Well, it isn't just Grade 1 flat action on the weekend that you want to be keeping an eye on. There is, of course, jumps action over in Europe. Ascot in England, to be precise. Over the 4,200 metres, the Grade 1 Ascot Chase is one to be keeping an eye on because headlining the act is none other than Jonbon himself. Now, it was questionable as to last start whether he would get the job done over Elete Tomps, but as we were about to see, unfortunately Elete Tomps, the favourite, had a mishap before the last couple of fences. He is A-OK, but that meant it was Jonbon's race to lose. So he jumped so incredibly cleanly over the last couple of fences, and look at the way this superstar pins his ears back. He's just a true warhorse.
Last, and it's Jonbon. He's come back to win the Clarence House. It's going to be another Grade 1 success, and Jonbon will beat Thistleask in a Clarence House steeplechase.
What more can you say about this animal? He just keeps on adding to his resume, and I'm sure at the weekend he will continue to do so. So what about a little bit of value in this race? Well, competing recently in Grade 2 jumps company over the 4,100 metres is Edward Stone. Now, this horse, he may be a 12-year-old, but he kind of has a little bit of cleaning up to do. I mean, one thing I will give him is that he is as honest as the day is long. He's here on the outside, but one thing that makes me nervous about this horse, he's just not the cleanest jumper. You saw he wanted to take an extra step before jumping that fence. He makes the jockeys work incredibly hard to keep him balanced. So he does need to clean up his act slightly. However, can you teach an old dog new tricks? Well, I guess we'll find out on the weekend.
He's back in third. Edward Stone not finding a lot in front, but he's doing enough, rolling back the years. Edward Stone for an 11th career success. Edward Stone from Master Chewy and Boombourne.
Look, as a punter, he is not the easiest horse to watch. Sometimes he lacks a bit of fluidity, he lacks a bit of rhythm, and it does make me a little bit nervous because that rhythm is so important when you're approaching a fence, you're balancing up and you want to leap over it like a stag. This horse doesn't quite do that, but what I do have faith in is that he is in ultra safe hands. This jockey knows this horse so incredibly well, and I think although he's going to have to step up enormously at the weekend, his natural staying ability and his ability to get himself out of trouble could be the reason that he could run quite a nice race. So Alan King and Tom Cannon are teaming up with Edward Stone. Happy to have that as my value, but there is no way I am going against Jonbon in this Grade 1 Ascot Chase. It is exciting action, punters, and you can catch it, as always, live across the Sky Racing Network.
What are you really gambling with? For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.